Hey y'all, it's Taylor from tattooedteacherplans. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a memory plan with me, and I have this spread. This is the week of March 16th through the 22nd, and this is when things really shifted where I am in Texas. And so you're gonna see a progression. Last week there were definitely some serious things happening, but this was the week when frankly shit got real. So I started off in Dallas here and then came back home, and I had this really pretty kit from Crafty Banana for St. Patrick's Day. I didn't even celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I don't think a lot of people did. This is a mini kit, by the way, and I really am excited to use this kit because I think it's beautiful. And I think I mentioned in another plan with me, like, I want my spreads to be beautiful right now because the world is not so pretty. So, you know, whatever, it's the simple pleasures in life, isn't it? So we have the glitter sampler here, which has recently been redesigned. This girl who's amazing. And then we've got some extra boxes here, date covers, which are gorgeous, like ombre. And then this is the freebie. Her freebies are the cutest. Love it. All right. So we're just going to jump into this. This week I actually have pictures because I printed them before things got really crazy, and I was already making a Walgreens run, so I just picked them up while I was there. So next week, I don't know if I'm going to have any pictures, but I'm still trying to figure out that situation. Someone actually just messaged me on Instagram. What are you going to do about getting pictures now? Because I don't print them at home, I print them at Walgreens. And my answer is, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if I have to go to Walgreens and I'm picking up pictures, then it's probably okay. Plus, I got an email saying that they're doing like drive-through pickup, and I'm going to call tomorrow and see if I can pick up my pictures that way, because that would be okay, I think. I don't know. I'm still thinking on it. I haven't made a firm decision on that or not, you know. I don't know yet. So my answer, I don't know. Anyway, let me show you the spread in my everyday planner. This is so cute. It's really fun. This is a Scribble Prints Co. kit, and I used some Sadie Stickers foil, which reminds me, I still have some of this foil. So should I use it in this spread? I think I should, because it's super fun. I've got a couple of overlays left, which I think I could definitely use, because some of these boxes are kind of simpler. So I could definitely use them. I think we're going to go for it. So let's just add some gold to this. Now, let's look at the bottom washi real quick and see if I have any overlays that would go with this kit. Because, like I said, let's make it pretty. Because the world is ugly right now. And let's look in here. All right, so I don't think so. No. 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 That's cute, but like, no. It's too cutesy. Definitely not. I just don't think I have anything that will work. I mean, these probably could. I have like some scallops, I think, or maybe I'm out of the gold ones. Let me look just a little bit more. Okay, so I have these guys. These little scallops. That might be kind of cute, maybe. And then I've got some more of those, more of that. And some of these, I just don't know. I think maybe the scallops were my best option. So let's just kind of see what that would look like. I think it would be cute. I think we're going to go for it. So I'm going to use some scallops on the bottom washi. And I think we're ready to get started on this spread. So let's do this together. It's such a weird time, y'all. And just reminiscing on this week is going to be strange, I think, because like I said, things just kind of escalated very quickly. So it's going to be interesting to kind of go through all of these events again, but let's get started. All right, so we're going to start with the bottom washi, of course, and I realized when I put this down that you could see through it, but that's okay. I put the scallop up at the very top. I thought that looked so cute. Just kind of dainty and just a little bit of foil without being too much, because I still wanted to see all of the shamrocks. It was hard to put down though because the strip is actually like held together by a very thin piece of sticker paper. Okay, for glitter headers this week, I decided to just use the greens. I will incorporate some of the golds later, but I am just looking for some numbers. I love the Crafty Banana ones with her kits because they match perfectly and they're so cute. They look like someone's handwriting, and I think it's adorable. So I'm just whiting out the text that's on the paper, and I'm realizing here that I forgot to put down my glitter headers. I usually do that first just so I have a guide, but we're just living on the edge here. And I decided to go with the color of the glitter headers, like kind of corresponding with the date covers. However, they don't match up perfectly. There's an extra green in there. So I had to repeat one of the colors, but it ended up being fine. You can't even tell anyway because I'm going to put header overlays on there. But I thought it looked really cute. And then the headers just like bring it over the top. I think it's so adorable. I had an extra set left over, like I mentioned, and I am glad that I remembered to use them because I almost forgot. Okay, now we're going to look at, we'll put in the weekend banner real quick and white out the hexagons as normal. I am glad to see that the hexagons are gone at the bottom of the new planner that's coming out. Very exciting. And then we're going to move on to the sidebar, and I put down the quote that says, "Wishing you a pot of gold and all the joy your heart can hold." I won't even try to do an accent because I'm terrible at them, but just imagine that that was in an Irish accent. And then I put down this tall box. I very rarely use the tall boxes, but she's awesome. I thought about cutting off her legs, but like I can't. Like she's just majestic and I love her, and her hair is beautiful and I just love everything about her. So I just kept it as is, and then I put over here my little favorite moment box that I normally put in the sidebar. I just put that over on Sunday evening. So my journaling section is really small this week, but it all works out. So we're going to go to Monday, and first thing is, I was in Dallas during this time. I took a long weekend in Dallas, and this was right before things got more serious in my area and more strict. So we actually took that day, we had reserved an Airbnb in Waco, and we were going to go to Magnolia and just do some fun things in Waco. And so we drove down and we took the back roads actually, which took a little bit longer. We drove through Cleburne, which is where my great grandmother's family is from. And we drove by like her house and things like that. So it was a beautiful drive, so beautiful. And then we did end up going to Magnolia for a little bit. We didn't feel fully comfortable there. Like we were fine. It was totally fine. But it was kind of like, it just felt strange after, reading the news and everything. It just felt odd. So we only stayed like an hour and a half maybe. We did eat lunch there, and I ran into a former student, which was weird. But we just like had dinner that night in an empty restaurant. And then we just went straight to our Airbnb because it was such a cool place. You can see the pictures here. It was a dome house. I've always wanted to stay in one of those. So when we saw that there was an Airbnb available and it was affordable, and we booked this like a month ago or a month before this, it was just so cool. And the hosts were really kind. We never really saw them. We talked to the guy, like the husband, from the balcony, but we never really like even saw them. We saw their pets more than we saw them. But we had a great time at the Airbnb. We just chilled out. We watched this Amazon series called The Hunters. We just ate candy and just like vegged out, just relaxed and had some good sister time. And then below that day on Tuesday, I was supposed to stay till Wednesday, but I woke up and I just had like this weird like pit in my stomach. So I decided to drive home this day. So we stopped at the check stop which is in West. It's so delicious. We got some kolaches and some other pastries, and we drove back to Dallas. And then I stopped in just for a minute to say goodbye to my nephew and my brother-in-law. And my nephew was just so sweet. So sweet. He made me cry because he was just being so cute, and I love him so much, and I miss him, and I can't wait to hug him again. And so I cried a little bit, and I got myself together, and I drove home, but that was like the longest day of all time. I went home and just crashed because I was just driving all day and stressed and just like worn out. So Wednesday, I got up super early. I got up at 5:30, and which is not a normal thing. Usually on a school day, I'll get up even before that, but not on a day when I don't have school. And this was our spring break. So I ended up getting up super early, and I went to a couple of different places, and it was a stressful experience because people were like panicking and being rude to like the people in the stores and stuff. It was just like a really weird environment. I mean, it's gotten weirder since then, but I just didn't like it. But I got home in like 2 hours. I ran all my errands, and I got everything except for toilet paper, but I found that like the next week. So all good on that front. And then on Thursday here, I had a cleaning service scheduled for literally months. Like, I had been looking forward to this. I'd never had a cleaning service before, and I didn't want to cancel on them because I knew that it was like their livelihood, and I was getting like a deep cleaning and stuff, so I didn't want to cancel on them. They gave me the opportunity to, but I chose not to. It was expensive, but it was worth it because I didn't have to worry about cleaning when I came back home. And I had a really clean and sanitized house. And while they were cleaning, I went out to the canyon. And I'm so glad I did because they have since closed the state parks temporarily. And then I also FaceTimed with my sister, and my nephew said Tay-Tay, which is what he calls, what we all decided, or I decided that I was going to be called, was Auntie Tay-Tay. And he said it. He hasn't said it since. And he's had a speech delay, but he is like making so much progress right now. It's just so awesome. And he's just saying all kinds of words now. And I do love when he does my sign though, because his sign for me is like cat ears. It's so cute. Okay, so on to Friday. So I have a picture of my old-timey barometer, and the pressure was like going up and down and up and down and up and down this week. And I had the worst migraine I've had in a very, very, very long time. And on top of that, I had a cold. And every time that the pressure spiked up or down, it was like, oh, it was so bad. And I couldn't seem to like recover from it. Like, I don't know what was going on. I think also the stress. I've had a lot more headaches lately, and the stress, I think, is like a major factor in that. So I'm trying to kind of decrease the stress and like, try to prevent what I can. Below that, I have a little Instagram picture. It's one of my favorite accounts. It's like down near Austin. This restaurant puts out these funny signs, and this one made me laugh out loud. So it says, "I don't like this episode of Black Mirror," which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. But this evening was not a good evening because I didn't feel good. And then I just kind of got depressed about everything because I realized like what was going on. We didn't have word from our school yet that things were being canceled, but like I could feel like everything, and I was just got into like a Twitter spiral, and it was not good. So the next day I woke up and I decided that we did get word that we were staying home. So I decided to write a new routine for working from home, and this made me feel better. Routines are good for me. They help keep structure and keep me on track. So another thing I decided on this day was to do yoga every morning. I did that in January, and it was like for real life-changing. Now, this is a couple weeks that I'm filming this voiceover after this week, and I haven't done it every single day, but I've done it most weekdays. There have been a couple mornings where I just needed to like chill, but I will say yoga is definitely helping me kind of stay centered and focused. So I highly recommend it if you need something to kind of help you kind of de-stress a little bit. And above that, I'm just putting in a glitter header and a half box to mark that I reorganized my dresser. I needed projects. So this was one that I've been kind of putting off for a while. So I cleaned out my dresser and I redid the whole thing, refolded everything in the Kondo Mari style, which is a pain in the ass. But I did it because it's worth it. And I got rid of some things and it just felt really good to just purge. And then on Sunday here, I just have a couple of quotes that I really liked. And my favorite moment of the week was definitely my time with my sister, our time in Waco at the Airbnb. Just like having the weekend with her, I'm just super, super grateful for. And I noted that over here in my journaling. I said, shit got real. I'm so grateful for the time with family. It was the calm before the storm. So it definitely was a good thing to have that kind of good experience before going into this unprecedented kind of lockdown time. So here is my finished spread. I hope that you enjoyed this plan with me. It really, I kind of tried to focus on some of the positives while also validating things that I was going through, but this is beautiful and I'm really grateful to have this spread to look back on, and the good times with my family was the best. So I hope that you enjoyed this plan with me. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I hope you are staying safe and sane, and we'll get through this. I know we will. So I'll see you next time. Bye.